Hi children, now we'll come to the remaining of electromagnetic induction of Michael Faraday. But before that, I just want to have some correction on some of these budget notes and books. We have those books for Neet and all. They have got some silly mistakes, so I want to correct them here. See, a fuse. A fuse, according to the book, is 60% tin and 37% lead. This is found in budget notes, very costly also. Okay, now, this is a mistake because 63% tin and 37% lead, it is a solder meant to solder, say when you repair a transistor, a radio, a TV, that solder that will melt into the junction is known as a solder, 63% and 37. This is a big high, this is used for hard soldering. The correct one is 60 lead and 40 tin. Anyway, we'll not come to that, so this is a mistake. And another silly mistake, see, he said the fuse is high resistant. How can a fuse have high resistance? It will distort the circuit in the current in the circuit. It should be zero resistance, very low melting point. And the fuse is made of tin. Remember that? It is a tin, very thin tin. And then when the current is, say, 60 ampere, it may burn the house. That tin will melt, so everything will be safe. That is the function of a fuse. So you have understood this. Now this is a problem now. This one is a homework for you. Beautiful JEE, I think 2014, something like that. See, 2 volt, 1 ohm, 2 volt, 2 volt, 2 volt, 1 ohm. He wants to know the current through 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm. So the current may be choice, 0.5 amp, the 0, C 1 ampere, D 2.5, 0.25 amp, 0.25 ampere, yes. Hint, do not use three equations. Do not use this one, I1, I2, I3. It will take you 1 hour to do that. This is only a 60-second problem, so you have to use your mind carefully. So I will help you also. You try just logic. You'll find one of these is correct. Or now, another one, this number 3. See, this is a positive charge Q, and here is a tin, a conducting sheet tin, and I have given you on the left hand side the lines of electrostatic field will be this, and this. Now you only have to tell me whether it will be like this, or whether it will be like this. You have to tell me. So we'll stop here for this. So now we'll come to what I have left in electromagnetic induction. So that day I told you this cannot be South Pole. If it is South Pole, then there will be attraction. Here also, North will attract South, the movement, and that is you are getting energy without doing work. So now Lenz's come into the picture. Lenz's law states that when we want to get electricity, we have to work hard. We need to struggle. We need energy. Which means if North Pole is dropping through the coil, this phase, the current here should be such that this is not. It will repel. It will not allow the North Pole to come. There will be some resistance, but anyway, the force of the engine of the generator will push the North Pole, so it cannot resist. So here also, south. So whenever you want to do work, north will be north. The current will be in such a way that this will be north. Now, if I put south, the current through the coil will be such that this phase is south. And you will get it from Ampere's law, circuital law. So this is Lenz's law. The current C will be in such a direction that the phase A will oppose the very movement of the magnet which produce electricity. So see, this is the beauty. We cannot get energy without sweating. So we need to build generator so that we have to force the magnet up and down against the force opposed by the coil, and so we will get say a bulb or anything here, it will glow, we'll get power in the bulb. So this is the best example of Lenz's law. Now we'll come to the third point here. This is now self-inductance. I think you understand self means what? That means sometimes I happen to cut my finger with a blade by mistake. Say I cut it myself. So this is self-inductance. Or you buy a book by your own expense. You buy it by yourself. Self-inductance. See, there is no, in the self-inductance, let us say that we have a 10 volt here, a switch, a resistance of 10 ohms. What will be the current? Not the transient, not those milliseconds. Current after say 4 seconds, 5 seconds, the current will be 1 ampere. But now, before that, at t equal to 0, S is open, the current is 0. Now, let us take 20 milliseconds from start of on. The moment I on this, in 20 seconds, and 20 milliseconds, what will happen? See, we come back to the old what Ampere Sabbath law. Whenever the current flows through a coil, there will be a dipole moment, there will be a magnetic force perpendicular to the plane of the coil. So here now, the moment I on this switch, the current will flow. The current also is changing from 0 to say 1 ampere, because this is 10 volt, 10 volt. So between 0 and 10, there is a magnetic field. This magnetic field, what is doing? It is changing from 0 to t 20 milliseconds. The current is changing from 0 to final value I. So during that change, there will be change of magnetic flux. And this change of magnetic flux in turn will produce induced EMF. That is why they call self-inductance. See, no magnet here, no magnet. A current flowing through the coil, by that flowing of the current and by that rapid changing with time, we get a self-induced voltage here. Mind you, not for a long time, only say for 20 milliseconds or say 60 milliseconds. And when we reach the steady state, this is 0 ohms, then we got 1 ampere. So this is the value of, what is the meaning of self-inductance. See here, you can read this. Mind you, there is no magnet, but by your Sabbath law, the current through the coil, IT, when t is less than 20 milliseconds, will create coil to be a magnet. Not only that, as current changes with time, we are back to the changing magnetic flux d phi dt, and we'll get induced EMF L di dt. This L is known as self-inductance. No magnet, the current by itself made this coil to have self-induced EMF. So children, for the time being, we'll stop here. So I will continue with some problem on current, electricity, light, resistances and capacitances. I'll tell you the trick how to solve those problems. They are not difficult problems. They look difficult, but you should know the trick. So thank you for the time being.